of Start That Business Show. I'm your host, Evelyn. In our previous video titled How to Start a Salon Business, I explained to you tips on how you can comfortably start a salon business on a modest budget. But after you open your salon business, you are going to realize that you are going to need day-to-day operations. So the lessons I'm going to share with you arise from my 5 years of successfully operating a salon and barbershop business in a busy street in Nairobi CBD. Hopefully these lessons are going to be useful to you in your salon business. So the first important consideration you are going to have to make is the salary that you are going to pay your employees. Different salons have different salary arrangements. So the first option is to pay an agreed amount of salary to your employees at the end of the month. Another option is to pay them a commission based on the services done. So let's look at the different options, starting with the salary arrangement. In the option that you pay your employees a salary, you are going to give them a certain amount of money per month, regardless of the sales made in the salon. This has its advantages and its disadvantages. If you opt to pay your employees on a salary basis, you are going to pay them whether you make a profit or a loss. But this can also be beneficial to you on a month that you make more sales because you will pay them the amount of money agreed. But let's look at option 2. Option 2, which is mostly used by most salons, is an arrangement where they're paid on a commission basis. The commission usually ranges anything between 30% to 50% of the sales made. This is going to vary. The commission that you're going to pay is going to vary based on many things. First of all, the experience of the employee that you are engaging with, or the number of clients that this employee that you are engaging with has come with. But that said, be prepared to part with up to 50% of the amount made on sales, because if, for example, the commission that you're giving your employees is 45% of sales, then in most cases you're going to find that 5% is going to be spent on the products that you use. And this is basically the oil, the shampoo, and the different things that you use in the salon. So in the commission arrangement, be prepared to part with up to 50% in terms of sales that you have made. But how do you ensure that you earn the most you can out of the commission arrangement? So the number one thing that you could consider doing is to have as many employees as possible. But have in mind that in having many employees, any additional employee that you bring, 50% will proportionately go to the employee. So you will mostly be increasing the 50% in terms of revenue that will come to the salon. So in whatever arrangement that works for you, you will probably need to consider the advantages and the disadvantages of each option. Another thing that you are going to find useful is being there in the salon. You have to be present there in the salon from morning to evening. This is going to help you make sure that the customer relations that you require in your salon is going on right. A salon business is a service industry, and it's going to require a lot of personal touch with clients. You are going to have to talk to the clients and even have a personalized relation with them. And how is this going to help you as a salon owner? Like any other business or any other job, the employees may come and go. They may stay with you for some time and go. So in the event that you do not have a personalized relationship with your clients, whenever an employee goes, you most likely are going to lose the clients that were being worked on by this employee. But if you are present in the salon, some clients will most likely come to you so that you can assign them a different stylist to work on them. So your personal presence is going to make a big difference. Another thing that will reduce costs for you a great deal is if you can learn a skill or two. You may have started the business without knowing how to perform any of the services. But if you learn a skill, maybe you could learn how to do a blow dry, how to do a wash, or even how to style hair. In this way, you are also going to be part of the service provider, so that the commission that you pay to the employees can reduce greatly, because you are not going to pay commission on the services that you have. So this is going to be very useful for you. In the event that you cannot be personally present at the salon, then it's going to be important for you to have a very good manager on the ground. And this manager will mostly make sure that whenever clients walk into the salon, they are worked on in time, or you have the different products that you need, they are of high quality, and they are constantly restocked whenever they run out. So having a good manager is a good alternative if you cannot have time to be presently there. Another thing that is going to be useful is if you can offer your clients refreshment, at least whenever they walk in, you can offer a cup of tea or a glass of water or a glass of juice, again, depending on your client's preferences. So this is going to go a long way in strengthening your customer relations at your salon. Another thing that you can do from time to time is offering promotions. Maybe after so often, you can maybe reduce prices on certain services while being careful to balance your costs and the products you use so that you are not running at a loss, but you are attracting more and new clients into your shop. So those tips are going to be useful. As you run your salon, you are going to realize that a salon business requires really long hours of operations. In my 5 years as a proprietor, I realized that there are different types of clients. There are some clients who prefer to come to the salon early in the morning at around 7 o'clock, just before they make it to their workplaces at 8. So it's important to open your salon way early so that these clients who come at maybe 7 o'clock can find you ready. And if you want to start working on clients at 7 o'clock, it then means that you must have opened earlier so that you can at least clean up. You probably want to clean the floor or refill your water bottles or refill your spirit and the shampoo and make sure that your things are clean. So opening early is going to be very useful for you to be able to comfortably serve these clients. But late in the evening, you are going to realize that you have very late clients. These are clients who are at work and can only be available after 5 o'clock. And depending on the services they do, sometimes you're going to find yourself closing at 10 o'clock and even sometimes midnight. So if these are the long hours, then it is not practically possible to have staff reporting at 5 o'clock in the morning and closing at midnight. So what will work for you that you may consider is having employees work on a shift basis, so that the ones who come in the morning can probably start retiring anything from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Then you have another group of employees who may come to work at around 10 or 11, and these are the ones who are going to work until the time that the salon is closed. But you are going to have to manage this really well so that you have a good number of staff who are working in the morning, who are working during the day, and those that are staying until late. Related to this is another important aspect, employee motivation. How are you going to motivate your employee to be able to report within the required timelines and do their best while they're at work? One option for employee motivation is probably in how you distribute the walk-in clients. The walk-in clients are clients who come without specifically having a stylist in mind. But with time, you are going to realize that even the walk-in clients develop preferences, because the moment they walk in and ask for a service to be done, you are going to assign them to a free stylist at that time, or a stylist that you think can do that style well. But after they come a second and a third time, you probably will end up in a situation where you have assigned this client to your stylist, and they will with the time develop preferences. So in this case, if a client walks in and specifically asks for a stylist, then you are going to assign them to that stylist. But the ones who have no stylist in mind, these are the ones that you can use to motivate employees. For example, the first new client to come can be given to the first employee to come in the morning, so that they have a reason to wake up early to come to work every day. The second new client can then be given to the second person and the third person until you have exhausted the line. So coming early in this case has benefits, because if we have many new clients walking in, then you stand a chance of getting a second and a third. And sometimes, if the new clients are few, then chances are that you are the only one who is going to get a new client who with time will most likely be your loyal client, and you will grow as a person. And this is very important to the employees. Another important thing is prices, because we are keen to make a profit, but we are also keen to offer these services at a price that customers are comfortable with. So have a fixed price list and make sure that the price list is standard And your customers should understand this very well, so that you are getting the most you can get, but retaining your clients at the same time. Other things that will help you maybe is playing some music at the salon, or even keeping it clean, because really, if you're grooming people, then you must be the number one clean person. Be it the hairstylist or even the building itself, it has to be kept really clean. That way, then you live up to your name of grooming people and keeping people clean. Another thing that is going to be important is the use of national languages, because you are going to have clients from different tribal groups or different racial backgrounds. So if you keep official communication to be English and Kiswahili, then this is going to be comfortable for all your clients, and it's going to be comfortable for all your employees, and it's going to make management for you really, really well. Also consider having a designated sitting area for staff, so that you have your working stations free, so that any client who walks in can easily find a place to sit, and the services can be done. That said, I think that sets you on the foot to operate your salon business, to make the profits that you hope to make, and even to recover your capital within the timelines that you have planned to. Run well, a salon business can be profitable if only you keep this management takes really well, you price well, and you manage it well. Finally, have a really elaborate way of collecting your money, because at the end of the day, all this is being done to be able to make a profit. So have a good system of collecting money from your clients, so that at the end of the day, you are able to account for all the services done and the price is paid for the different services. Although once in a while you're going to come across clients who may not have the money to pay with cash, but if that be the case, have a way in which these clients can pay this money in time. But if they cannot, then the stylist who works on the client can be accountable for this. But above all the monies should be paid at the reception, and at the end of the day, stock taking has to be done, because if this is not done well, you are going to have trouble with your employees at the end of the month when you want to pay commission on each service rendered. So keep good records, keep tab of the money, have it in an account, and have different options for payment. Some clients may prefer to pay in cash, some may well prefer to pay to swipe their cards, their credit cards, and some may even want to pay through M-Pesa or other means. So whatever the means, strive to have different options for your clients to pay, and make sure that the services rendered are paid for. I hope this video will be useful to you in your work for starting a salon business. If you like the video, you can subscribe, share, or even comment. In our next videos, we will be looking at many ideas that you do not want to miss. But until then, it's bye for now. I was your host, Eva.